We're back with the franchise king, Robert Zarco. It's our last segment. It's going to be a lot of freestyling. Now, Robert, what do your clients like to call you?
A pit bull, a shark, and they do call me the franchise king.
I call you an animal. It was great having you on my side. You know, the one thing that I learned is all you have to do sometimes, well, it's what I do. He made one phone call and solved my problem. It was tremendous. You know, a lot of people think you got to go bang around and do, I call it the matrix of everything. No, you just need to know the rifle shot of who to call. And that's what we got over here is the rifle shot solution. Now, Robert, I want to take this.
But that one call was not simply the fact that I worked 20 minutes or an hour and solved the problem.
No.
No. You got to give, this phone call took 35 years
Yes.
and 1 hour.
Yes.
And it's because of what happened during the last 35 years that call worked, because it carried the weight of the credibility that I've been able to establish because of doing the right thing for my clients.
I love
putting the clients first. I can't tell you how many times. I have a case right now. I made a deal with a client that I really underestimated the magnitude and complexity of the case. But you know what? I had a conversation with the client yesterday. I said, I so underbid this case on a flat fee basis that it is actually crazy on my part. However, I'm a man of my word. I always do the right thing, and that deal will go forward. And I will probably lose $200,000 to $300,000 on that negotiation that I did because my client's going to gain that benefit. But you know what? I'm okay with it because the client knows I am the most honorable guy out there, that when I say something, I'm going to do it and I'm going to follow through. And if I make a mistake, I will own up to it.
Listen, I know exactly what you mean. I made that similar phone call right before you saw me in the conference room. I made the direct call. I called one of the guys in town. I said, you've known me for 30 years. We've done deals together. I'm calling. This is Wall Street calling. We want to talk to you tomorrow morning. Are you in? I need to know your top team. And guess what? I'm so excited. We're going to do it. So I understand completely what you're saying. It's what I wanted to really project here, Robert. We've only got a couple of more minutes. And the thing that I think that's most important to project is that you're not just about being a franchise attorney. What you're really all about is helping people.
I'm a commercial trial lawyer, and I do large commercial transactions, and I handle construction defect cases. I handle litigation regarding real estate transactions where you have partnership disputes. I handle all kinds of complex commercial matters. What's nice is that people recognize that if you have a problem that every lawyer tells you don't have a case, come see me first. I can't tell you how many cases I have won, and in fact I've made my career on winning cases that major law firms have told my client, you don't stand a chance.
Now, let me ask you a different question. I don't know the answer to this question. Let's say somebody was looking to put together a business. They wanted to find out what the best format was, ask your opinion about some of the people in the industry that you might know. Would you be able to help people on the front end before the problem occurs so that the problem doesn't occur?
I do that all the time. In fact, one of the biggest problems in the reasons why legal disputes arise is because there's lack of communication between both sides in advance.
Yes.
And what I like to do is I do not launch any of my clients into any litigation unless they have conviction that it's their last alternative. Yes. But most importantly, I have to have the same conviction. So what I will do is before I go ahead and I launch into a litigation, I make sure I have the clients call the other side, and I tell them who to call. If that doesn't work, I then call the lawyers for the other side. Then I have meetings. Then I have mediations. Only as a last resort, where my client says, you know what, Zarco, we've tried everything. I appreciate it. We have no choice. We have to sue. And that's when I do it. And the reason I do it is because I don't ever want to hear during the course of the litigation, which at times can be frustrating, that the client says, God, I wish I would have made that one call. Wow, I think we should have had one more meeting. I never hear that because I take care of all of that in advance. That is part of doing the right thing. That is part of protecting the client and how they feel and the psychology. Because for me, another litigation is just another day at the office because I love it. I wake up in the morning and I know I'm going into a ring. The minute my eyes open, I know there's 150 people out there that wish I was dead. I know there's another 150 people who wish I was a shitty lawyer. And then I know there's 150 people who wish that I was not even a lawyer. So imagine, and then I go have breakfast.
Yeah, but you have a whole lot of people that love you. You know, you're pounding yourself there, man. You may have 450 people that are like on the negative part of your equation, but I can tell you that, gosh, me and Vivian, we're so on the other side of the ledger, and the other clients that I've met here at the parties and events and everything else where you mix everybody together are just tremendous. We only have a couple of minutes left.
The people that the 450 people that don't like me have never had a dinner with me or lunch. And in fact, most of them have never even had a conversation with me. And 99.9% of them are opponents in my litigation world.
Okay, thank you. Because the people that I know that know you for decades and work with you to solve problems. Let's call it what it is. You're really a creative problem solver that cares about people. You help people figure out their problems and make sure that they are solved in as best a case as possible. And I can only say, when you've been involved with me, we've always come out on the right end. One more minute, it's all yours, Robert.
Jim, I can't thank you enough for having given me the opportunity to have this wonderful experience with you. Just seeing you,
love you, man,
and how you perform and the energy, frankly, it's become so contagious because as you can already see, I'm a little out there. I'm no introvert, but I think that you take the cake. You are something special. I think that everyone that listens to this man will gain a lot from that opportunity. It is a privilege to hear him speak, and it's more of a privilege to even be in the same room with him. I can't thank you enough for coming to my office, which is my home, which is our people's home. I'm getting goosebumps behind the beard.
You're making me cry.
Because the reality is, this is such a unique experience for people to see how the world should really operate.
Yes.
And when they see all the negativity that may exist in our society, they need to forget about it and say, wow, the way that Jim and Zarco get along and the things that they do for the people that they take care of is how our country and our society should perform every day. So whenever you see negativity out there, ignore it, because those are the people that are the have-nots. They don't have. You know what to have? Is to have relationships. It's about people. It's about love. It's about caring. And it's about always doing the right thing for anyone that you encounter. Always give people a chance and always have a positive attitude no matter what you encounter. There's always a bright side to every dark cloud. People just don't know how to look for it or are too lazy to find it. But every negative has a positive, because everything happens for a reason.
Wow, I love him. Everybody should love this guy. Who doesn't want you to be on their side, you freaking superstar? Wow. Excuse me.